Hello my friends, Chris here from Cards.n.Colors. As mentioned in my previous video, this is a comparison of 3 Tarot de Marseille by Yves Reynaud from France. And what we have here is the Pierre Madenié from 1709. Then here we have the classic Nicholas Conver from 1760 and the newly released François Gassmann 1840. So my last video was a walkthrough and review of this beautiful deck, and then there were some people on Instagram and whatnot asking me to do a comparison of different Yves Reynaud decks. And so what we have here are 3, beautiful decks, all in their own way beautiful. And yeah, we will walk through the majors, the trumps. If you want me to do a comparison of the minor or pip cards and the chords, I can do that. Just leave a comment in the message box below or in the chat box. And yes, maybe on another occasion I will do a second comparison, but first I wanted to stick to the majors only, being maybe the most interesting to most people. It's quite a warm, even hot day in Germany at the end of July. So, we will see. I hope it doesn't get too noisy here because I'm living under a roof. I have all my windows open, so there's a bit of fresh air, but I guess we can manage. So, enough rambled. Let's start with the Magician or Le Battleur. What we can see here is the depiction in itself stays quite the same throughout the ages and the different decks from the different creators. We always have 3 legs of the table of the juggler or magician. We always get this thingy here in the middle, though here it seems more like maybe a flame or a leaf, and in the Gassmann it looks like an oak leaf. Quite interesting. The color palette is different in the Gassmann. This will be with all the trumps. There's a lot of this orange and the very fresh green going on in this deck. And what I'm just now realizing is the parts that are green in the Madenié and the Conver are in a dark blue in the Gassmann. The yellow is yellow, the red parts are orange, and then this blue parts here, they are light green or lime green here, though the top of the head, which is red in the Conver and the Madenié, turns also into lime or pale green in the Gassmann. Interesting. In the 3 versions we get the 2 knives, I think. This is definitely a knife or a little dagger. Not sure about this thing here. And then the 2 cups in a way are the same, and the bag here is the same. And the different, whatever it may be, coins or balls on the table are mostly the same. What's interesting here is, in comparison, in the Madenié, the magician is holding a red ball or coin. In the Conver, this is something completely else. No idea what it really is. It could be an acorn. I don't know. And in the Gassmann, he has nothing in his right hand. The little staff or wand is the same here. Yeah, even the depiction of the hand, the way it is drawn, is almost the same. Interesting. Yeah, but all in all, the depiction is quite the same in all 3 versions. So, as far as facial expression goes, The Conver magician looks quite grumpy. He doesn't seem to be very happy here. The Madenié, as always, I love all the faces in the Madenié drums. Looks quite, well, I don't know, serene maybe, quite focused. And the Gassmann magician looks quite happy with big open eyes. And we will see that, well, if you haven't seen my previous video, you will see that most faces in the Gassmann deck are quite lovely and happy and, yeah, childlike and open. So, don't mix them up. Here we have, still in focus, yes. Here we have the Popes, Papes, or La Papesse, or the High Priestess, or Priestess, or Juno, but we don't get Juno here. Really, it's the Priestess, or Papes, or Popes. So, the book is the same. On this bands or ribbons here, we can see crosses in the Madenié. There are crosses in the Conver, though it's hard to tell, or hard to detect them. And the crosses are completely gone in the Gassmann. Again, we have the orange instead of the red, and where there is a dark blue, there is here a light green, and the other way around. Well, for this part here, this is green, and in the Gassmann it's a dark blue. Interesting, the veil behind the Priestess or Popes is almost colored in the same way in all the three versions. So here it is a grayish blue and then yellow, pale blue and yellow, and again a pale sky blue and yellow, and the tiara or the papal crown is yellow, suggesting gold, I think. All in all, it's quite the same. No major changes or very big differences. Again, as for facial expression, quite the same here in the Madenié and the Conver. In the Madenié, she looks a bit tired. And in the Conver, she looks a bit, well, surprised. And again, quite a childlike, happy face with big eyes in the Gassmann. L'Impératrice, or the Empress. Quite the same. All sitting on thrones, or some believe this to be wings. Not sure, we don't know. Lotus flower here, or well, some sort of flower going on here. The shield with the eagle is the same. The scepter with the sphere and the cross in the Madenié and the Conver. And this has turned into a fleur-de-lis, a royal lily in the Gassmann version. Again, the dark blue part here gets light green, and the red parts get orange in the Gassmann. Quite interesting, which makes the Gassmann look quite, well, spring colory. It gives you a sunny, fresh, vivid vibe, which is lovely. The rest is almost the same here. You can see the shoe or the foot here in the Gassmann, which you can see in the Madenié, which is already lost then in the Conver. This thingy here, I guess, is from the dress of the Empress, though Jodorowsky thinks of it as a snake or serpent. I'm not sure if this is really a serpent. You could interpret this as a serpent, of course. You're free to interpret whatever you see, but I would say it's just part of the dress. We don't know. And interestingly, though I'm not comparing this to the Jean Dodal, but in the Jean Dodal from 1701, there's a stream of water in the background of the Empress and also on the full card, which is quite lovely. So you see a stream of water going through the first trumps. Even in the Emperor you get water in the background. The water is missing in these three. Faces, of course, the Madenié, a lovely face, childlike and peaceful. She in the Conver looks a bit, I don't know, skeptical. And again, a childlike, open eyes face in the Gassmann. L'Empereur or the Emperor. So, interesting changes here. Not so much in the first versions, in the Madenié and the Conver, but then later on in the Gassmann. So we get the shield here in all three versions with an eagle, though in this version the eagle looks quite, well, not so much alive. We get an oak leaf where there's grass in the other two versions. The staff again is different in the Gassmann. Not the sphere with the cross, but quite florally here. Interesting. The crown is almost the same, like a helmet here, in yellow or gold and red. This stays the same. And then again here, this blue part of the leg and of the arm, the upper arm, becomes green, light green in the Gassmann, and the red parts are again in this orange tone. The face in the Gassmann is a bit, well, distorted. The nose here, not so happy here. But, well, this Emperor looks in a way sad, interesting. And this Emperor looks determined, quite determined. All the Emperors, of course, touching their belts, and the legs, whoops, are crossed in all three versions. So, the Pope or High Priest or Hierophant. Conver, Madenié, Gassmann again. As we are already used to see, the red parts have become orange. These blue parts here have become light green. The two pillars in the back are almost the same in this grayish pale blue with orange or red on top. The triple crossed staff or wand, little Maltese crosses on the gloves of the Hierophant. Yeah, two people in front of the Pope or Hierophant are the same, with the head here, though the head in the Gassmann, well, if you wouldn't know that it's supposed to be a head, I guess it would be hard to identify this yellow-orange circly thing here as a head. The position of the hands is exactly the same. And for faces, well, he looks a bit, I don't know. It's okay, of course. The face is okay. But in this case, I would say I like the Conver face best. He really looks wise, and the beard looks quite, well, it's well painted, well drawn, well done. You don't get all the details in the Madenié face. Interesting. Maybe I should make piles, but now it's too late. Like a best faces in Marseille decks, piles, but I haven't. So, l'amoureux, the lover or the lovers. Ah, interesting. Okay, guys, let me explain. When I did the walkthrough of the Gassmann deck, I thought this here is a crown on top of the little bottom of the Cupid, but it's not. Now, in comparison, I see these are the arrows of Cupid here, with a band around his breast. We can see this here too. And then pale blue wings. Quite interesting. Okay, so this is not a crown. The rays are red and yellow throughout. He's blonde in the Conver, and there's a bit of blonde or yellow hair in the Gassmann. No hair color here. Okay, we get an oak leaf here between the legs of the person in the middle in the Gassmann, missing in the other versions. But all in all, the depiction, of course, different coloration again. The red part being orange, blue parts being green, and so on. But all in all, it's the same depiction. The position of the hands is the same. Oh, yes, it is. This hand here. Yes, this hand, it gets lost, I think, in the Gassmann. Maybe they mixed this arm and hand up. It's the arm and hand of the person in the middle here, but it could also be the arm of this person, so there are just 4 hands involved instead of 5. Flowers in the hair, yes, stays the same. This one here looks quite angry, and his partner looks quite, well, I don't know, like she's about to faint or very disappointed. This guy here, he looks happy. Yeah. And she looks a bit sinister, lascivious even. Well, here we get again childlike faces. They're both happy. This looks more like a scene where the lovers are blessed by someone, because they are directly looking at this person here, at the priestess, or don't know. And yeah, this feels pagan in a way, like a hand fasting with the flowers, and then maybe a female priest or priestess. This not so much. Interesting. Because here at the bottom of this frock, of the dress of the one in the middle, you get a zigzag, which gets lost then in the Conver, and then again a zigzag here in the Gassmann. Interesting. Number 7, Le Chariot, the Chariot. So, yes. 2 horses, of course, looking to the, what is it? To the left from our point of view, or to the right from the charioteer's point of view. Staff or scepter, almost the same looking here. 4 pillars, almost the same. Interesting. Canopy going on here, like a curtain, the same. Grass going on in the Madenié and the Conver. Again, oak leaves in the Gassmann, the 2 wheels. Yes, the same. The shield here, PM, Pierre Madenié, I would say. VT, not so sure. I think there are different theories as to what this VT stands for. And no letters at all in this version. The moon faces here, the shoulders the same. Yeah, all in all, quite the same. Face-wise, he looks very skeptical. He looks like, he looks again a bit, well, I don't know, entranced. And he looks just, well, happy. Justice. So, La Justice, Justice, Sword and Scales, of course, yellow or gold, and then this grayish pale blue. Red handle, again looking orange in the Gassmann. Blue-gray handle here, which is mixed with the yellow of the pillars here in the background. Greenery, again a oak leaf in the Gassmann. Yeah, here this thingy looks like it's part of the hair of Justice in the Conver and the Madenié, but this is gone and it's just part of the dress in the Gassmann. The head dress stays almost the same, yes. And again, it's interesting because, as with the lovers, with the zigzag, here in the background of the Madenié, the background is striped. Not sure if it's supposed to be striped or if this is just a, well, mistake when they colored this in. In the Conver, it's totally red. And then again in the Gassmann, which is the latest or newest deck of the three, it again looks stripy. Red, white, red or orange in this case. Interesting. And we had that in a way with the lovers. So it seems, maybe my conclusion, that the Gassmann follows the Madenié depiction of cards, which is older than the Conver. Interesting. But that's just my conclusion. That's no historical fact or something like that. The Hermit, quite similar. Very big cape going on here. A lantern, of course. This thing here going on. And then a staff or wand going on. Though the staff is white in the Gassmann. Not sure if this is supposed to be white or if this is a... Whoops, sorry. Camera's shaking a bit. Or if this is a mistake. And the dress, of course. The colors are switched again, so the blue part becomes light green and the green part becomes dark blue, and the red again orange. It's all the same. Face wise, interesting, the Gassmann face is a tan or flesh color, while the faces in the Conver and the Madenié are plain white. This is interesting. Beard and hair is the same grayish blue color. Face-wise, expression-wise, this one looks a bit worried in a way. He looks quite lovely, wise, old, and a bit, well, interested in the world, I would say. This one looks a bit tired. But, of course, everything I say about facial expressions is very, very, very subjective. So, gotta have a bit of coffee, though it's so warm outside and inside my flat. Wheel of Fortune. Almost the same, standing in water here. The wheel with the handle, exactly the same. Ape-like creatures and the Sphinx on top. Everything almost the same. And here even the wheel, which is green here in the middle and yellow, stays green and yellow. And also the blue and red on the skirt here of the monkey being is orange and blue in the Gassmann. We get wavy lines here for water, I guess, in the Madenié and the Conver. And here we get this little triangular shapes. Strength, fortitude, la force. line, of course. Interesting again. So now the colors are staying true in a way in the Gassmann. Green is green, yellow is yellow, red is orange but almost red here, and then blue, blue, and blue. So no swapping of the color here. Yellow in the hat. The line and the Conver is pink or skin colored, which is interesting. This is a, whoa, I guess it could be a grayish blue, but then mixed in a way with the yellow. Quite an interesting effect in a way. And here in the Gassmann, it's pale blue. So all in all, and the feet here, the legs, one is blue, one is yellow. Two legs are yellow in the Madenié. So these are similar in a way, and the Conver is quite different, being pink. You can see the foot here. You can really see it. The little toes. Yes. And you can see the foot in the Conver here. Yes. And there's some sort of foot in the Gassmann too. But very, very well. If you wouldn't know that it's supposed to be a foot, you wouldn't recognize this as a foot, I think. Face-wise, I like this face here. The Madenié face. Lovely face. She looks a bit, well, pissed. Sorry to say. And here in the Gassmann, well, she doesn't look very happy either. But determined. Le Pendu, or the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man in 3 versions throughout the ages. Very big difference in the Gassmann, of course. So, first difference being no trees here. Looks more like a man-made thing. And then this Hanged Man here hangs with his 2 legs up and not just by one leg and the other leg crossed. So major difference. All in all, these two are quite the same. Color-wise, red, yellow, blue, red shoes, green here, blonde or yellow hair. The same, green of course, and then brownish yellowy green here for the trunks. And here just yellow, plain yellow. And then this red markings, which is interesting. Not supposed if this is to resemble wounds maybe from the cut tree. I'm not sure. And there's one on top here in the Madenié version, but not in the Conver version. And the numbering is right in the Conver as also in the Gassmann. XII being 12, and it's mirrored in the Madenié. Interesting. Color-wise, this Hanged Man here is quite different too. And there is some sort of landscape in the background. And you don't get a landscape here. There's just plain nothingness in these first Hanged Mans. And here there's, well, a landscape. Oh, I'm not sure if you were able to hear that. This is my green woodpecker. Well, it's not my green woodpecker, of course, but there's a woodpecker living somewhere outside in the trees surrounding my home here. And yeah, I feel a very deep connection with the green woodpecker. The Nameless card, or the Death card, or Trump 13. Skeleton in this pale blue, the same in all 3 versions. Then this flesh in a way, flesh color, which is pink in the Conver in a way. The scythe here with a yellow handle and a blue blade with red, whoa, 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 bloody, I guess, is completely blue in the Gassmann and no blood here. We get the 2 severed heads here. the greenery with the hands going on. The foot here is the same. The hands, the foot here is a bone. The same bone. And then here grass. Interesting. This time the grass is still grass and not an oak leaf. And then here the red dots. Well, there's no red dot here, but there's a red dot. That's quite interesting. But all in all, it's quite the same. Yes. I'm not sure which one of them I prefer. I have no idea. Maybe the Conver in a way, I'm not sure, because this pink color, it just has this interesting vintage feel. But that's super subjective, of course. So, Temperance. The Angel of Temperance here. Blue, red, and here again the blue is switched to this light green for no reason, but it's lovely. The grass is again turned into oak leaves here in the background. Interesting. This looks a lot like an indication of water, which is missing in these two versions. You can see, I guess, maybe the tip of the foot here, missing in the other two versions. The two vessels, of course, in yellow or gold, and then water or a liquid between them. The watering down of wine, pale blue, grayish wings. The red flower is the same, the golden yellow blonde hair. I like this yellow dots here in the blue wings. I'm not sure if this were done, well, if this is a mistake or if it's supposed to look like that when they did the cards back then in 1840, but it adds to the atmosphere in a way and gives this even a watercolory quality. Face-wise, the Madenié. Lovely face. Very meditative face in a way. And again, the two faces in the Madenié and the Conver are plain white, and the face in the Gassmann is a natural flash color. Le Diable. Again, major difference in the Gassmann here. Whoops. Here we go. So we get, as mentioned in my Gassmann review and walkthrough, the older devils in Marseille decks mostly resemble some sort of a pagan haunt god here with the stag horns. And in the Gassmann it truly is a form of demonic, more Christianized version of the devil. Furry here, furry legs. The breasts here maybe are indicated by the yellow parts here. And then we get a more goatee horns. The bat wings are the same, though here they are pale blue. The card, all in all, looks very cold with a lot of this pale blue. And then just the fire here on top of the wand. The wand is green in the first two versions. It's yellow in the Gassmann. Interesting, the horns are orange in the Gassmann, or red, I guess, and not this pale blue. Interesting. You cannot see the genitals here in the Gassmann version. And again, the two imps at the bottom of the devil, or horned one. Here they really look like little pans, or fawns, or satyrs with goat horns. Have you heard the green woodpecker? I don't know, he's laughing. And here the imps have these stag horns again. Quite interesting. The chicken feet. You can see them. These are more like horse or goat feet. Very interesting. This in a way is more with the chicken or bird feet, like resembling Lilith or Inanna, Ishtar, the Sumerian, Babylonian, Assyrian goddess, with the breasts and wings and, yeah, the owl feet or birds of prey feet. The face in the Madenié looks, well, more demonic, more angry than the face in the Conver, which is more cross-eyed. The imps are quite grumpy here, while in the Gassmann they look happy, like laughing. This one is pointing to one of the feet, and this one is even touching the furry leg of the devil. Interesting. But they are all bound here. These are bound, and these are bound, and these are bound. 16. La Maison Dieu, or the Tower. My card of the year for 2020. It's gonna be a bumpy ride, as Bette Davis used to say. We get the tower, of course. We get the crown at the top of the tower. We get, well, energy coming from above, from whatever, from the heavens, from the sun maybe, like feathers, wavy. And here we clearly see the zigzag of lightning, missing from the first two versions. We get the colored balls falling down maybe, or being set free, like fireworks in the sky. And then the green here, from the background of the hill, gets dark blue. And again, instead of grass, we get two oak leaves here. And the colors are swapped again, so the dark blue becomes this pale green, the red becomes orange again. I'm not sure, I never thought about it. When I look at the Madenié, this could also look like, well, here's like a sandy floor, a green hill, and maybe this is a lake, a pond, or a river, a stream going by. We don't know. The tower itself is flesh colored, though the flesh color in the Conver is like pink. So, but all in all, it's the same. Tower, well, not sure. Is this supposed to be a tower made of flesh? A symbolic tower of flesh? Some even say it is supposed to be a penis in the moment of ejaculation? Or is it just that they thought back then that the color of stone could be represented by this flesh or tan color because of the limited color palette they had? We don't know. I don't know. L'étoile, or the star. Interesting, here it's l'Étoile. I'm not sure because LES is plural in French, so maybe it's the stars, as you sometimes see, and then l'étoile. L'étoile is the star. Not sure. We get the tree here in all the three versions with the bird. The green here is turned into blue, interesting, and then there's some orange here, but there's no red in the other versions. The pool of water and land. Pool of water, again with the triangular shapes, and land. And interesting, again, the Conver here is different because the part that's supposed to be land, where the lady here is kneeling on, it is all just colored in pale blue. And here's even color missing, though in the Gassmann it is all colored in this flesh or tan color. Interesting. You get the belly in all the three versions. Okay. You can see the liquid or water coming out of the vessels, of course. Interesting. So once again, the Gassmann, which is the oldest, not the oldest, the youngest one of the three, seems to follow the Madenié with land and water here, and not the Conver. And face-wise, of course, Madenié. But this face is lovely too. So let me readjust my piles here so you can see everything. La Lune, the moon, Luna, with the crayfish or lobster here in the water, the same. Here's some land going on, the same. The two dogs, or the dog and the wolf, the same. A moon looking to the left, the same. Drops, or we don't know exactly, falling from the sky or from the moon, the same. The two towers, almost the same. Interesting. So color-wise, again we have this intense green being dark blue in the Gassmann, but the water is pale blue. Again here with the triangular shapes and here wavy lines. The lobster itself is orange, or, well, lobster color, like here, though in the Conver it is not colored at all. Which makes it feel more like this lobster is deep in the water. You can just see the outlines of it in the pale moonlight, but you can't see its color. While in this version, this looks like it's almost, it has almost risen to the surface. And this looks like it's floating on the water because we can see the color so clearly. As for the rays emanating from the moon, quite interesting. This one is, well, the crescent here is orange or red. This is yellow. This is, I don't know, like a tan or flesh color. Interesting. Then a pale blue in the face. And then here the rays are blue, red, and yellow. Here they are blue and red, and here they are red and yellow. So very, very different coloration here. But all in all, the moon's looking to the side and the two dogs and all very similar. The grass here in the background of the Conver and the Madenié. No oak leaves in the Gassmann. Is there one I prefer? I don't know. This is well done because here the water, you can clearly see water, and then the crayfish just being deep in the water. I guess I prefer the Gassmann because it's so colorful. I like the triangular shapes representing water. The face looks very happy and open. Le soleil, the sun. So, the sun, of course, with the 8 pointy rays and then the 8 wavy rays, and then some finer lines representing rays in the background. In the Gassmann you get the 3 primary colors, red, blue, yellow, and then the face of the sun having hair, and here's some flowery garland going on, or necklace. Drops from the sun in primary colors is the same. And then the 2 children here. Well, quite a different depiction. Here it's the same, the way they touch here, with the hand here at the solar plexus, and the open hand here. But they are touching very differently here. And they are not looking at each other in the Gassmann. This one is looking up to the sun. Interesting. The dresses here are green, light blue in this version. The background is light blue. Okay, here is light blue background too, but then is here a stripe of green, which is part of the wall in the Conver, but I guess it's supposed to be grass in the Madenié. And here we get a mix of green and the pale blue and the lime green and yellow and everything. But the bricks in the wall are red and yellow in all the three versions. Interesting. Le Soleil. And now, Le Jugement, the Judgement. So, of course, an angel in clouds with rays of light or energy or divine fire, whatever, in red and yellow here, and then red, blue, and yellow. Again, quite an interesting color swap in the Gassmann, because here the two angels have blue arms, and here the arms are orange. And also the halo is orangey red in the Gassmann, it's pale blue in the Conver, and tan or flesh colored in the Madenié. Quite interesting. 3 people here from the graves. This one wearing a hat with a cross. Interesting. A woman. Yes, the same. A man. And a blue one. And then in the background, hills. Yeah, this stays quite the same, though here we get dark blue and pale blue, and then orangey red, which makes, well, it's interesting. It looks more like they are in water, which is interesting because in the Rider-Waite-Smith Judgement card, the people are rising from graves in the water. Interesting. Le Monde. The world. We're almost there. 47 minutes. The Lower Reef, of course. The Vesica Pisces here. The same in pale blue with a yellow ribbon. Green, grass, earth in the Conver and the Madenié. Dark blue in the Gassmann. A red scarf, which is red also, or orange in the Gassmann, interestingly. Flesh color of pink. The bull, the lion, the eagle, and the angel with halos. Whoa, there are a lot of differences. Quite interesting. I love this line. I've mentioned it everywhere in my walkthrough of the Gassmann, in my Instagram posts and whatnot. I love this crossed-eyed smiling line. This line is nice too. The bull is flesh-colored or pink, but then it gets pale blue here. Very interesting. The line is almost the same here, yellow or gold. The eagle is gold or yellow with green and red feathers here, dark blue and light blue feathers here. The halos are red or orange. Interestingly, the bull doesn't have a halo. And the angel green red, and the green becomes dark blue and the red orange again in the Gassmann, of course. And then here the wings are pale blue and red. The wings are pink or flesh colored here. And the wings are pale blue and orange in the Gassmann. Quite different. Oh, and there's part of the ribbon missing. Interesting. Not missing here. And you can really see the shape of the lemniscate here. Interesting. So the face is lovely. This face is very tired and, well, sad in a way. This face is okay. So it's clear which one I prefer. And then, last but not least, our 3 fools, or madmen, or le mat or le folle. The vagabond, the wanderer, with his walking stick in red or orange, the same. Red shoes, missing in the Gassmann. Green and red striped skirt or dress. Well, interestingly, the same in the Gassmann, no color swap. Pale blue here, the same. Yellow headdress, the same, with some variation here, but almost the same. Green here, the bells. Yes, they are there. The cat dog thingy here. Interesting, the flesh-colored trouser here, hanging down. The flesh-colored sack here, the same. And then again, instead of the grass here in the Madenié and the Conver, you get oak leaves in the Gassmann. The background being pale blue, indicating stone or rocks, I guess. There's a bit of yellow here, not sure. Maybe this is more like sandy underground, and this is more rocky underground. And here there's a bit of green, like grass. But all in all, it's almost the same. There's a bit more decoration here going on in the Gassmann, like we have seen with all the, or most of the majors and in the courts. It's the same phenomena. The Gassmann court cards are much more on decoration and patterns going on in the dresses of the depicted people. So there you have it. Last, the backs of these three beautiful versions of the Marseille. Wavy dotty back in blue, quite different. Crosses almost looking like stars on the Conver. And this quite, whoa, psychedelic background going on. Interesting in the Madenié. Do I have a personal preference here? Don't know. I love the majors of the Madenié. Let me show you all the three. Whoops, camera moving, sorry. Conver, Gassmann. I love the majors in the Madenié. I really feel connected to them. So I love, if I use majors only, I use mostly Madenié. As a whole, I prefer the Gassmann, I guess, because the minors are so beautiful with the round cups and the very fresh and vibrant coloration. The Two of Cups is gorgeous. The flowers and the wands are beautiful. The swords with their hills are beautiful. Yeah. So when using 78 cards, I prefer the Gassmann when doing a Tarot de Marseille reading, of course. There are many, many other beautiful decks out there, of course. And yeah, when just doing majors, I mostly use the Madenié. So, there you have it, my comparison of 3 decks by Yves Reynaud. I will link the page from Yves down below in the box, in the information box. So, if you're interested in Yves' decks, in Yves' recreations in a way, feel free to visit his page. My name is Chris. My channel is Cards.n.Colors, as you can see. If you like this video or any of my other videos, feel free to subscribe and like, of course. And feel free to leave a message. Yeah, I like to talk tarot. And if you want to follow me on Facebook or Instagram, I'm Cards.n.Colors there too. Just written like this YouTube channel, Cards.n.Colors. So I hope you enjoyed this comparison. Maybe you were able to make up your mind which one of them you would like to get, or you just enjoyed watching the comparison. Maybe you have 1, 2, or all 3 of these decks. Share your opinion, and that's it for now. Have a very good time. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and see you soon. Bye.